Spanish minor. No matter how you speak Spanish. I'll bring it around here. Just so you guys walk Oh, wait.
Welcome back to Very Good Entertainment, everybody. This is episode 75. We're recording December 28th, 2019. This is the very last show of the year, and I am here with my good friend, Lola. Lola, how was your Christmas?
It was nice. We went to, all right, are you ready for it?
Yep.
Christmas Eve, we went to Clint's brother's, wife's, sister's, husband's, uncle's house.
Okay.
And I can't say that backwards.
You can't say it backwards.
Uncles, husbands, sisters, wives, brothers, Clint. I can't say it backwards. I feel like the sound of music.
You know what that means?
What?
It means you haven't had enough beer and you should show us your beer.
Yes. Okay. So, I went to Louisiana about a month ago.
Yep.
And I got a bunch of stuff that I'd only seen in Louisiana, never seen here. And this is a Louisiana brewer called Abita. And this is Turbo Dog. Abita.
Turbo Dog.
Turbo
Dog.
Dog.
That's a cute label.
Isn't he cute? His little purple dog. He's got his tongue hanging out. He's like, "Wah, I'm a dog. And I'm in Louisiana."
It looks like there's a rubber duck on there, too. Except I'm just seeing the negative space.
You know what? I hadn't even looked at the negative space that much.
Yeah, right to the right of the dog where the leash goes.
Uh-huh.
The negative space looks like a rubber duck.
I hadn't even thought about that. I can't see very well because I have my crappy contacts on, so I'll have to look more closely when I have my glasses on.
So what is it?
You know what? I'm not even sure. Okay, it's a brown ale.
Brown. Good choice.
And it's 5-point-something percent ABV, I think, like 5.6%. So I've been waiting. I haven't had a beer in. Well, okay, I had cider today, but I don't count cider as beer. It's not very beery.
Turbo Dog is a dark brown ale brewed with pale caramel and chocolate malts and Willamette hops.
Oh, interesting. So it's got a little bit of hops.
Yep. Bitterness is low at 28, and the color is high at 60 Lovabond.
Sounds good to me. It is pretty brown. Oh, it doesn't. It's not pouring quite right. I'm a little nervous about this.
Oh snap, dude! You didn't accidentally freeze it?
I did. I put it in the freezer, but I just put it in the freezer like an hour ago. I didn't think it would actually freeze in that amount of time.
Oh no!
Oh,
there it goes.
That was weird. I guess I just had to shake it around a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a fail or not.
No, it's not. No.
It smells very brown ale-y, very malty, with just a little pinch of hops. You know, that bitter kind of hay bale smell sometimes hop does?
Yeah.
Just a pinch. Not enough to really be noticeable, I don't think. It's going to be some cold damn beer. So not much of a head.
Well, I mean, with a brown ale, cold is good. So
yeah, I think it'll. Oh my God! A little ice piece fell in there. Well, I wanted it to be cold. I didn't. Our freezer must really be on overdrive because I did not expect that. Very bubbly, which is nice. That makes me think it's going to have that kind of Coca-Cola texture that I like sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get the hops. Kind of that bitter. Kind of like you're outside in a farm type thing or a barn. Oh, that is cold. Oh my Lord, that is cold. Ooh. Ooh. It's gonna clear my sinuses out. It's so cold. But it's good. It tastes like a good example of a brown ale, I would say. You know, not really, maybe a little bit spicy, a little bit chocolatey, but not too much. It tastes like a pretty solid brown ale. And it's definitely got that Coca-Cola texture, very bubbly and
very
not
carbonated.
Heavy. Very carbonated, not heavy. This is a kind of beer you could drink with a meal and not worry about getting too full.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Oh, nice. That actually sounds really refreshing.
It is. It's very refreshing. Like a Coca-Cola with alcohol.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's cold.
Abita Beer was founded in 1986. Nestled in the piney woods, 30 miles north of New Orleans.
Neat. Okay. I'm going to have to convince Clint to take me to Abita sometime. I need to go.
And I am, at Christmas time, many people can empathize with this. I am poor.
I know that feeling. Mm-hmm.
So, I had to go for not breaking the bank.
Aww.
Michelob Ultra. Also, I chose the Michelob Ultra because it's only 95 calories.
Well, that's something.
Because I've been eating myself out of house and home with ham and stuffing and chocolate.
So good. Oh,
liquor chocolates.
Ooh.
Thanks to my mom. Thank you, Mommy.
Thank you, Nancy.
For a whole box of liquor chocolates.
That sounds awesome.
It's amazing.
That is amazing.
And we spent almost all of Christmas watching really cool stuff like Polar Express and the Snowman, and yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome. That sounds like a perfect Christmas.
Yep. But I think everybody probably already knows what a Michelob Ultra looks like.
Yeah, nothing special.
Michelob Ultra, so light it could almost be a Kolsch.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least it's not one of those beers. They're like proud of their rice, because I don't remember if it's Budweiser, but one of them they put their ingredients like in large font on the box: water, barley, rice. And I'm like, you're proud of that? That's a filler. It cracks me up. I'm like, you're supposed to hide that on the bottom of the box.
You know what? unless you're producing sake.
Mm-hmm.
If you're producing sake, yes,
Sure, then do some
proclaim your
rice.
rice in all its glory.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Chuck says it's strange because we have a fridge full of craft beer. She just really loves that beer.
Uh-huh. I got your game now. Saving
Yeah,
the good stuff for someone else.
on top of the fridge is our, let's see, our, actually no, we drank the Deschutes 30 for Christmas, so we still have 30. We still have Deschutes 31, but that has to wait for next year.
Yeah.
We have three figgy puddings, one of which has to wait for next year.
Aww.
And then one we'll drink on New Year's.
Yeah, you gotta have a New Year's beer.
Che has a Two Towns Pomo, but that's his to do with as he pleases, not mine.
Okay, that's fair.
And of course the Deep Space wine, Deep Space Nine wine, which I'm not ever gonna drink. It's just,
don't you think, like, when you're on your deathbed and you're like, okay, it's time, I'm gonna drink this now?
I already had it. It was nothing special. It was just a Merlot. It's just a common Merlot stuck in a bottle with Deep Space Nine label on it, but it has a Deep Space Nine label on it, so it's cool.
You know what I still have? In the 90s, do you remember how you used to buy cards for long distance? Like,
yes,
you would buy,
yeah.
I still have Star Trek cards. And, I saved it because I thought, well, it'll be worth something one day. And I'm like, why? I never used them. I'm like, long distance credit isn't going to be useful.
Yeah, I know.
And no one's going to be able to look at it and tell it still has its long distance credit on it. So I basically wasted $20. I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. This is a girl who saved cookies from Roswell from 1997, and I've still got them. I've still got the cookies. And they still look like vanilla wafers. They don't look any different.
Well, we've got some really great current news.
Yay!
Yay! I will start with the beer news.
Okay.
Brand new brewery opened today.
Ooh.
At least I think it was today. They might have had their opening like a couple hours before I got the message. Devil's Logic Brewing opened in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I want to go there. I've never been there. I have one of my best friends from high school lives there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Brian and Greg renovated a 1926, a building that was done in 1926 downtown Charlotte.
Neat.
And they did it so well that the entire downstairs tap room still has that industrial feeling to it, like the brickwork is showing, but it's nice and cleaned up and everything. Good. Big airy space, lovely big huge windows that you can sit at the bar and look out of into downtown. They have 22 taps. Six of them are for craft soda, coffee, wine, kombucha, and cider. All the rest of them are going to be for their own beers. The open space outdoor areas host a beer garden, a smaller private seating area, and upstairs is a seasonal patio area with heating and fans, which is great. So you can go up there, winter, summer, whenever. I don't know if Charlotte actually gets any snow.
They might. I know North Carolina in general does, so they might.
They could. Let's see. They also have a private event space that can hold 65 people, which is pretty good. Lots of amenities, such as a large projection screen and lots and lots of hookups for different types of power and video conferencing. Let's see. Brian and Greg are looking forward to enjoying running a community-based business. This is definitely a community-based business. They don't want to go cutthroat craft beer, and they're hoping to have some cooperative efforts with the other brewing entities in the area.
And I just noticed, I'm reading the article, the head brewer used to work for Stone.
Oh, cool.
I know. So
Very nice.
Yeah, that's definitely a feather in their cap because Stone Brewing is kind of world famous.
Yeah, they are the bomb.
And it says in January they'll start serving food, and it's going to include sandwiches from all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, food seems to be, if you don't have some kind of food,
Hmm.
you better have food trucks.
You need to have something because you don't want people drinking a lot on an empty stomach. That's not
Yeah.
good. I need to have something.
And of course, if you have food, then I am the person you want walking into your brewery, because as soon as I get a full beer down me, I
Hmm.
want to eat.
Oh, definitely.
Alcohol makes me hungry.
It does me too. And you would think it would fill me up, but it's kind of like pot in that way. It's like, oh, munchies.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
like, I'm happy and I want food. Let's
Yeah.
eat. Woo!
Well, slight turn to entertainment news.
Uh-huh.
Doctor Who, available on
Yay!
Google Play January 1st, so you don't have to wait too long. 5 episodes are already on the board that will become available January 1st.
And that's the new season?
That is the new season. It is not available for purchase yet. You're going to have to wait until the 1st.
Okay. Hmm.
And Mrs. Brown's Boys Christmas special is now available on BritBox. If you have not actually watched Mrs. Brown's Boys, it is one of the most hilarious things, harkening back to, it has elements of all kinds of ages, all the way from modern times all the way back to like the 70s, the 60s. A lot of that family feeling goes into it, and
Mhm.
it's just comedy from start to finish.
Okay. That is quite cool.
And of course, our movie.
Well, before we do that, since we're talking about BritBox, I also noticed a show I like called Shakespeare and Hathaway has its second season on BritBox.
Ooh,
And also, yeah, Shakespeare and Hathaway. I love that show. And Midsummer Murder season 21 is on there, which usually I would get that from Acorn or Netflix, but for some
Yeah.
reason it's on BritBox.
Midsummer, BritBox did contract for the full Midsummer Murders. So yeah, that was an excellent decision.
Definitely, because 21 years, that's a lot of content. And each one is like 2 hours. I mean, there are only maybe 4 to 6 episodes in each season, but each one is 2 hours. So it's quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yeah, I love Midsummer Murders. I've never watched Shakespeare and Hathaway.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. It makes me laugh so hard. I love it. The woman in it, she was also in. Remember we watched that movie Marley's Ghost, that TV show Marley Ghost. Remember the vicar?
Yes.
It's the same woman.
Oh,
Same actress.
That's cool. Yeah.
And she cracks me up. I just love her to death.
Awesome. Well, I know you originally proposed the second movie in this. A Christmas Prince is actually a series of like 3 movies.
Yeah.
It has a Christmas Prince and then 2 sequels. You originally proposed the wedding one.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen A Christmas Prince. And luckily all 3 of them are available on Netflix right now.
And I'm glad that you suggested that we go back to the beginning, because I watched it again and I didn't remember any of it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's been 2 years since it came out, but I'm like, dang, I don't remember this.
Well, let's see. Rose McIver plays Amber.
I love her.
Ben Lamb plays Prince Richard. Alice Krieg, is that how you pronounce? Alice Krieg plays Queen Helena, and Honor Kneasley plays Princess Emily. I have to say, my favorite was Honor. My favorite actress in the whole thing was Honor. Like, she's her facial expressions and her eyes are just like, she's so cute and
but
scary at the
petulant
same. Yeah,
and
scary and
smart.
petulant at the same
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, she's smart but petulant. You can tell she knows she's royalty.
Yes, yes,
She knows, but she's so smart, and she recognizes that Martha slash Amber
yeah.
is a genuine person and doesn't isn't putting on airs for her. So she
Yeah.
warms up to her.
And this movie just screams Hallmark title. I
It
mean,
is it
the
whole
story
thing.
is literally, literally like a quote unquote Disney type.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the prince is supposed to become the prince, but he doesn't quite want to become the prince. And then Amber comes along, and she has to find out, what's going wrong in the kingdom, and you know, it it never at any time turns into chaos, even
Nope.
though it's supposed to seem like it's chaotic.
It's controlled chaos.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I like about Hallmark movies. I know people probably roll their eyes when I say it, but my life is so scattered that I like knowing that okay, at the 15 minutes from their end, there'll be like a little like emergency, but then it'll get settled and they'll kiss at the end.
Yeah.
So I need that sometimes in my life, though I recognize it's full fantasy. And this movie is exactly like a Hallmark movie. Exactly. It even has the same kind of titles, the same kind of establishing shots. The only two differences are there's sexual innuendo, which is never in a Hallmark movie. I don't even
Yeah.
think they allow the letters S, E, or X to appear anywhere in any order in any of the movies. Babies are made in a factory. All couples do is
Cabbage
kiss.
Patches.
Exactly. No one actually sleeps in the same bed, and you don't do anything before marriage. So
Mhm.
yeah. So this has sexual innuendo and a gay character, which there's not one single openly gay character in any Hallmark movie ever. There are in Lifetime ones, but not in
Yeah.
Hallmark. And I'd always felt kind of guilty about watching Hallmark for that reason. But in my brain, I was like, this is what I thought. They just discovered Black people and Jewish people.
Yeah.
Just let them, breathe a little bit, and then they can take the next step to evolution. But then they did that shit with that commercial, and I was pissed.
Yeah.
But then they reversed it, and I'm still pissed because just the fact that it was a thing to begin with, it's like, ugh.
I am still of two minds. I
Yeah.
understand that, when a company screws it up and gets it wrong,
Yeah.
they really should be given a second chance.
Yeah.
But it makes me so angry that not one person could have raised their hand at any point and said, um, knocking these people off the shelf would be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2019. It's about to be
2020.
a new decade. A new
Right.
decade.
Right.
Look, I'm sorry, but unless you're blind,
Mm-hmm.
there are lesbian, gay, transgender, queer people coming out of the walls. They are all around you. And
Everywhere.
so
Look,
accept
if my
love.
Bible Belt aunt who was always like, you know, God and Jesus and everything else, I'm gonna, spank you or whatever. She has accepted that her grandson was gay. He died, but then her other great grandson is gay, and he's even gonna come live with her, and he's engaged to a man. If she can accept it, Hallmark, you need to step up.
Yeah, what gets me really is that this advertiser was paying Hallmark.
Yeah.
You're receiving money from the advertiser, not from a million moms. The
And it's not
only
even a
thing a
million
million,
moms.
yeah, the only thing a million moms gave you was problems.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You should have been like, we do not have time for this.
F you, a million moms, really 4,000 moms. They have less followers than I do.
Yeah, thank you, advertiser, for your money. Here's your advertisement. Have a nice day.
Exactly. And I didn't even notice when I saw the commercial. Honestly, didn't notice because it's like they have all different couples in the commercial, and you only see the lesbian couple for a few seconds. And I just,
Yeah.
I tend to kind of gloss over commercials anyway, so I don't even notice. But it just makes me mad that it turned into a kerfuffle.
Yes, it did. I mean, the advertisement was a little cringeworthy anyway, but at the end it was cute. They kissed. Big whoop.
Yeah, it's just a commercial. I don't know. Hallmark, they just need to get with it. I mean, I'm glad they reinstated the commercial, but they need to not let anything like that happen again. I mean, they just either need to get with the times or rebrand themselves as the, we don't like gay people network.
Yes, exactly.
And then I won't watch it.
And that's where, I mean, I really should forgive them, but I still kind of don't wanna.
It makes me mad that it was a thing to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like they didn't even fight. They just, a million moms said, we don't like this. I get the sense that no one noticed the gay couple when they got the advertisement, and they didn't notice till a million moms said something. And then they're like, oh no, gay people, shut that stuff down. And then when people got mad at them, they're like, why is everybody mad at us? And that kind of makes me mad. But I wouldn't be surprised, because a lot of actors and actresses that I like from other shows are on Hallmark. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them called up Hallmark and said, I won't do your show if you are going to be like this. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I noticed that in A Christmas Prince, they also had a couple of other Hallmarky type things, like the building they use. I don't know what building. I should have looked. I don't know what building they used for the castle, but
probably Bulgaria or somewhere like that. That's where those places usually film.
OMFG, this place is gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful?
Big, beautiful walls and turrets, just immaculate, pristine condition. And
it was gorgeous.
The only thing more beautiful than that castle was the prince's horse.
Oh, that horse was gorgeous, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was so pretty. It made me want to go there.
And so calm, which made me think that this horse is actually this guy's horse.
Maybe.
It actually looked like the horse knew him. He was that calm. Big.
Romania.
Romania.
Pell's Castle. I'm on their Wikipedia page. Pell's Castle, Sinaia, Romania. And also Bragadiro Palace, the Controcino National Museum, and the Carol de Villa Medicine and Pharmacy University, all in Bucharest.
Wow.
All right. Yeah.
Those are some really good places to film.
And that's one of the reasons why I like to watch these movies, because they do have beautiful locations and they film them very well. The people who run the camera are really good at what they do.
Yeah. So this kingdom they thought of, Aldovia.
Sounds like a fish. I don't like Aldovia on my pizza. I don't know about you.
It sounds like Maldonia, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a Maldo. It's what's the Star Wars? The Maladorian, Malcolm, whatever.
Maldonia was was in the Disney film. Was it Princess and the Frog?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So it sounds, like they were kind of snitching from.
They may have been. That might have been their inspiration.
Yeah, that's true.
Hallmark does the same thing. They have made up European countries. And the funny thing is, I mean, Hallmark had a trilogy of movies almost exactly like this. But I think in theirs, the American coming to the foreign country she was either an event planner or like a stylist. I don't remember. But she wasn't lying about who she was. She was who she was supposed to be. And of course, she falls in love with the prince and all this stuff. So I like them.
When do you think that she actually did fall in love with the prince? Like, was it early on?
Probably when she saw him at the orphanage.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Or
Like she was taking photos, like she was taking journalistic photos,
mhm.
and then like she just stops. Like
Yeah.
she's noticing something else instead of
Mhm.
just taking photos.
Yeah, she's smiling and she's like really thinking, this guy's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I just loved it. I loved it so much. And I love Rose McIver. I loved her from iZombie. And it's so nice to see her without all the makeup and the wig and everything.
Yeah.
She gets to be herself. And she has a fantastic American accent.
My one criticism, and this isn't my criticism of Rose,
Uh-huh.
but whoever dressed her.
Oh.
Gray is not Rose's color.
No, probably not. It washes her out.
Yeah, do not put this woman in gray.
She's already pale. I mean, she was a zombie for 5 years on iZombie. She's too pale for gray.
Yeah.
She needed like red or something like that, or purple.
Red, yeah, I was thinking maroon.
Maroon would be very pretty. Wine
Like a
color.
like a nice bright wine, maybe a little shimmery.
Yeah. And I know it's going to be ironic that I say this considering the amount of makeup I wear sometimes. When she was at the ball, I thought she had too much eyeliner.
Yeah, she did have a bit too much eyeliner, and you could see her tan lines.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh my goodness.
There are a few moments where the camera shifts, and the way the light falls on her, you can see straps.
Now, see, Hallmark would not allow that. Hallmark would be like, no, ma'am. We're going to see
shoulders.
How dare she? No one has shoulders.
That's almost as bad as showing their ankles.
I know, definitely not. Well, they show their calves. That's about the most they'll show is their calves. You know. And it, I don't know. I mean, we don't know after they kissed in this movie. They may have had sex. We don't know. They didn't say, but they didn't. Could you tell? I couldn't.
They didn't say that they didn't.
Yeah. Did it just like fade out?
There was one line. There's one line. Where they said, "How long do you plan on keeping the king on his knees?"
Ooh.
And I thought to myself,
you better get used to it.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, as long as possible.
As long as it takes. Like, it depends on him. I mean, I don't know what he was taught on his walkabout. He might have learned to do it quicker. I don't know.
Let's see. There was Honor had a line at one point that was actually, I think, very pointed politically. I don't care what any of them say. You're my king.
Oh, wasn't that sweet?
So it seemed very pointed at that particular moment, because this was out in 2015, wasn't it?
No, 2017.
2017? Oh, well, that's even more appropriate. I just, like, bam, in my head, hashtag not my king.
Yeah, I can see that. Because Simon and Sophia were just icky. They were who you don't want to be in charge.
But they were very, very typical villain, and it was Sophie, right?
Yeah, Sophie or Sophia.
Sophie was she was only there for
the title.
That's it. That's all she was there for. Because as soon as he got tossed over, she said, "Oh, you better find a lawyer that can handle our divorce."
I know. She didn't want to be there. She didn't wait to get married until after he got the title. She should have waited.
No, because unless they, as far as I know, I mean, generally it's accepted that if they're married before, she becomes queen. But it's harder afterward to make her a queen.
Oh, so she had to be already married to him.
In general, if you marry afterwards, the most you can aspire to is consort.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I could see that. Well, I would say, I mean, I don't know if she got a leg up in the peerage because she was already a lady, I think. And I don't remember what the cousin was. I don't remember if he was a duke or just a lord or what.
Well, she would have remained lady then, but
Yeah.
I mean, lady consort doesn't seem very prestigious.
That seems
Definitely
very
nothing
nice.
like queen.
Yeah, Queen sounds much better. But I mean, at least she'd be part of the royal family if she stayed with Simon. I mean, that must mean something to a gold digger, right?
Yeah, I saw your mention about
Mhm.
why couldn't the king have changed the rules
Yes. That's what I thought they were going to do.
so that Princess Emily could have
Yeah, she could have been queen.
inherited?
She would make a kick-ass queen, and she would love it, as opposed to Richard, who didn't want it.
Yeah.
They should have done that. That's what I thought they were going to do because they made the point. She said it wasn't fair that it ran through the male bloodline. And
Yes.
so when they said that, I thought they were going to make it because they made the point that she was born of the king and queen. She is part of the bloodline. And they just teed it up, I thought, to have a royal decree that females could inherit. And I thought she was going to get to be queen.
Well, wait a minute. If he was adopted, which so Princess Emily, who is Princess Emily's parents then?
Them, because Rose MacGyver asked the queen about Emily, and the queen said she truly was a miracle. So she was born
Okay.
of
So
them.
she was born after they had adopted because they thought they
Mhm.
couldn't have kids. Oh, okay.
Yep, and she was a miracle baby. So she was of the bloodline, and I think it would have been more progressive if they had changed the rules to allow her to become queen, because then Richard could be free to hop around and date Amber, and they could stay in New York as long as they wanted, and he didn't want it anyways. He didn't want the crown. It just would have made so much more sense, and we would have had a little baby Queen Elizabeth. It would have just been like Queen Elizabeth, who was like 15 when she got the throne. It
Well,
would have
I
been
mean, then,
adorable.
to foil writers' plans for, a male dominated universe.
See, they should have listened to me. One of these days, I'm going to write one of these movies. I'll sell it to Netflix.
We should do that. That would be get your sell it to Netflix. Just a good, honest. I'm not going to use the word wholesome because I know your sense of humor.
Well, wholesome in a realistic, progressive way.
Yeah.
Not sanitized, but true to people. True to people's spirit. I would like that.
That would be great. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
You should
Mm-hmm.
definitely start writing and start pitching.
I've thought about it. I've never written a screenplay before. I would have
I mean,
to.
you could just start with a regular story and then turn it into a screenplay.
That's true. Or I could turn it into books and they could pay me to make it into a screenplay.
Or write a short play in general,
Uh-huh.
and then you could flesh it out afterwards into movie length.
Maybe. Yeah, I have to get an idea first because I feel like I could do it because I already know the layout.
I mean, you could always do one between a dwarf and a bald princess, and I think I know where we can get 2 actors for that.
Peter Dinklage?
No,
Huh?
our producer.
Oh, I see what you mean. He's not. He's a leprechaun.
He's a dwarf.
He's a very tall dwarf. He's a
Yeah.
leprechaun.
Yeah,
Isn't
it was definitely a good movie. Now, would you? Well, did you go out? Did you go on to watch the one about the wedding?
I did when it came out, but I don't remember much about it. I'll have to rewatch it, and I haven't watched the newest one.
So, is the wedding one more interesting now that you've rewatched the original?
I don't remember. This is so sad. Well, remember a year ago, I was going. I was having everything go on with my mom,
Mm-hmm.
so I probably wasn't paying as much attention as I normally would, because I remember watching it, but I just can't really think what all I thought about it. Just remember that I loved Rose McIver. I just can't remember anything else.
Yeah, Rose was definitely Rose and Honor were the two reasons that I actually wanted to watch the next one. And
Yeah,
these are not normally my type of movies. I will watch them and I will enjoy them every once in a while. But normally one of them and I'm set for a couple of years.
yeah,
But right after this one it gave me like really warm fuzzies and I was like,
yeah.
I want to see how the wedding goes.
I know. I'm so excited.
So
And you can tell this is a fantasy because she didn't get in trouble for lying to the family and inserting herself into their life.
yeah, there
But
are lots of unrealistic things in here that, as long as you can take the unrealistic things and just kind of let it slide by, it's really heartwarming.
it is. And I bet that editor is kicking herself for not accepting Amber's story.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Because she could have had an inside person, basically. She could have had a direct line to the castle. But no, she said it's too schmaltzy.
See, and now, and another slightly unrealistic part was that she took her article and she put it on her blog.
And it got 20,000 likes within 3 days. Yeah.
Now, I mean, that's actually fairly realistic. The part that's unrealistic is that she took the article and put it on her blog because once you hand it over to the editor,
it
becomes their property.
Okay.
I've never been able to use anything that I've handed over to a newspaper or magazine for my own personal gain.
Yeah.
Or profit.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they handed it back to her and said, it's yours. Maybe they didn't have a contract or anything. I don't know.
Well, she was an employee. So everything she would have written for them would have become their property. As soon as it left her hand into the editor's hand, then it would have been considered theirs. But that's not a common, realistic kind of thing. So that's easily slide under the radar.
Yes, I dare them to try to sue the Royal House of Aldonia now or whatever. So they probably
Aldovia.
They probably won't try to sue. We're going to sue that Amber for using our property. Good luck with that. They probably have lawyers and valets, huh?
Yeah, I was also a little surprised at the prince's uniform.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
So he has on a naval uniform, but Aldovia is landlocked.
Yeah, I mean, did they ever say for sure? I mean, I guess it is. I'm guessing it's in Central Europe somewhere.
No, you're right. They didn't actually say, but they never showed water.
Yeah.
They never actually showed water anywhere. And that's usually a big thing when you show like
a location, you're going to show the water. If it's near water,
yeah,
that's going to be a big part of it.
He had broad admiral stripes. Mm-hmm. He had the naval braid.
Mm-hmm.
He was also wearing an iron cross. I'm not sure why that. I understand it looks cool.
Yeah.
But are you trying to say something with it, or is it just like a decoration you picked up off a shelf in the garment room and thought, yeah, we'll use this as a zipper?
It's probably just a decoration.
They showed two different types of iron cross. They were definitely iron crosses. It just looked kind of weird.
They're probably just trying to make it look like medieval or something, like really old.
Yeah. Connections to Prussia.
Yeah, something like that. Old Eastern Europe. And the same thing with the Hallmark movie. It always cracks me up. Everyone always speaks perfect English with an English accent.
Exactly.
All the actors are English.
No other flavors in there at all.
Oh, just English. They have English accents, even the reporters. all English accents, perfect English. Of
Yep.
course, the actors I know are English. It just kind of cracks me up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, they're all
Except for Rose McIver, except for
she's Kiwi.
except for Amber. Amber doesn't even have any other flavor other than an regular American accent.
Regular,
No,
not even New York.
no Bronx, no
Nope.
New York, no, what do you want? No, none of that.
Except for saying
It's
pops.
Pops.
Which sounds weird coming out of her mouth. I'm like,
oh, and I liked her father. I liked Amber's dad.
He was cool. He was like, Peanut, you're losing me.
He was very chill. No, they do change the actor for the wedding movie. They do, which it turned out okay in the end. But I was a little dismayed when I saw that they had changed the actor for her dad, because I really liked him. He was very mellow, very accepting, and the next guy was much more New York.
Oh, even more, because that other guy was pretty New York too.
No, this guy was big New York.
Oh my
big
goodness.
New York.
New York.
Big.
I can't even do it.
Bold New York.
Uh-huh.
So it turned out okay, but I was like, I was used to one type of actor, and then they threw something else at me.
Well, there's probably a reason. I hope this isn't it, but it's possible the actor died, or he could have just not been available.
I don't think.
Now I have to look.
Yeah, now I have to look, because
Okay.
from England. So yeah, that, I guess it is pretty appropriate.
Yeah, and in those old Eastern European countries, they did have a lot of old Catholic imagery. So I think it's okay. So
Sam and Rudy. Daniel Fathers was
let's
Rudy. He's still alive.
Yay! Oh, he's English.
Yes, he's from London.
That cracks me up, and he did that New York accent.
He was good too.
Match.
Oh, he was on Doctor Who.
Oh, okay. This is probably why it wasn't available. It says in 2018 he joined the cast of Snatch.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, probably did not have time for a movie.
Yeah, and that's okay. I understand. If it's the actor's choice, I'm okay with it. But if the place does it, that makes me mad. Like if the company does it, I get annoyed. I'm like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, they changed it over to John Garcia.
Now that's a very Italian name.
He was very big New York, like not in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Very gregarious. Very, he could turn anything to go his way, and it kind of turned into that kind of a movie. It wasn't as cuddly as the first movie was.
Oh, I like cuddly. Just like Baby Yoda. I love cuddly.
See it? I mean, even John has worked a long time. Long time.
Okay. The new father is American, New York born, but based in London. Okay. I went to the Prince's Wikipedia page, Ben Lamb. Oh gosh, he's so handsome.
Oh, I know. No wonder they chose him. Yeah. He was very. Oh.
Look at it. Did you see the picture on his Wikipedia page? Do we have a chat in here? I always forget. We have a chat.
Oh, I've just been putting it in the notes.
Yeah.
Wikipedia, Ben Lamb's Wikipedia page, right?
That picture is so handsome.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh my God,
eyes and everything. He is very.
He could be in like a vampire show. That's how
Yeah.
handsome he is. He totally could. Oh my God, he's so handsome. He was born the year I graduated high school.
He's sparkly.
He is sparkly. He is handsome. Look at that picture. He looks like a model.
Oh, he's
Damn.
a Nightfall.
Oh, okay. Ooh, he
Oh.
went to Oxford and Eton College.
He is a very good actor. He acted.
is.
He acted like when he had done something wrong, he was very good at being ashamed.
Yes.
And when he was very
good.
happy, he was very good at being like very happy. I really appreciated that.
I did. He was really
very good actor.
Yeah, he hasn't been in a whole lot of film or television. He was in Endeavor. I guess that's because he's not very old.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot under his belt, but he could easily have a fantastic career with his clean cut, boyish good looks.
Yes, so good looking, but handsome. This says he started in opera, so he probably did a lot in opera before he switched to just regular acting.
Yeah, probably did some stage, maybe.
Yeah. The Wikipedia doesn't have stage.
Yeah. Oh, yes. He performed in theater.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did Shakespearean theater, which means he must have a good range on him.
Oh, I would say so. He was in something with Jonathan Pryce. That's good. He's so handsome. Like I'm unworthy. That's how handsome he is.
So that's definitely 2 thumbs up for I'm gonna move on, and I'm definitely gonna watch. I think I'm gonna rewatch The Wedding One.
Me too.
And then I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna watch The Royal Baby. Although that, I don't know.
I'll watch it when I have time. I don't have time. There's too much to watch. I still haven't started Lost in Space season 2.
Oh, it's so good.
I know. I haven't started it. I don't have time. I've still got 100 Christmas movies left on my DVR. I've been watching.
Oh yeah, I know. Lots of Christmas movies.
I discovered this year that Lifetime has Christmas movies, so that's
really?
30 more. Yes, and
wow.
And they're a little less sanitized than Hallmark. They have gay people, so I get to feel. Oh, and interracial romance on Lifetime. So they're a lot more.
Well, that's actually tempting.
What would Shay think?
I mean, there's no way I'd pay them for it. So,
you're going to pay to have interracial relationships?
No, pay for Lifetime, the Lifetime channel.
I was like,
no. I wouldn't pay to, I wouldn't pay to access the Lifetime channel. But if I happen to watch it while somebody else is watching it, I wouldn't, I'd be happy enough to watch it.
They're a lot more progressive than Hallmark. I'm not trying to ditch on Hallmark, but Lifetime is a lot more progressive. They have a lot more minority characters and interracial.
I like to watch a very wide range of character types.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing about the prince is it's very
white,
very white,
except for her friend.
Yeah, her one black friend.
But I mean, that's just like the Hallmark movies. There's always one black friend, and I guess we should be grateful there is at least one black person. Yeah, but it's not realistic.
No, it's not very realistic at all. It's a very Christmas Prince was a very cuddly movie, but very white.
Very, very white. Which, okay, you could say it's Eastern Europe somewhere. I mean, it's gonna be white, so you could excuse it with that. That doesn't excuse most of the Hallmark movies, but
yeah. But I mean, almost everybody at the company was all white.
Yeah.
Everybody like on the streets when they were filming was white. So it was pretty sanitized.
Yeah.
I enjoy having a range of characters with a range of backgrounds, a range of races. I just pick somebody from every place in the map and just, stuff them all into a movie so I can just hug them all.
Yep.
I love humanity.
Yeah.
Bring me humanity.
Everybody, one of each. I'll take one of each. I'll take this one and this one and this one.
I'll tell you what, you throw it all in a grab bag and I'll just hug the bag.
Oh my goodness. Gonna have a lot of uncomfortable people.
Yes.
Do you know who Alice Krieg is? The Queen?
That was a very familiar name, but I haven't looked her up yet.
You don't know the Borg Queen?
Oh, that was the Borg Queen.
Yes, well, there were two. One was Suzanne Thompson, but she was the other one, Alice Krieg. Yes.
I think I remember Susan Thompson better than Alice Krieg. I don't know why. And I should have guessed because she looked very familiar.
Very regal, too. She
very.
Queens. Let me see if I can find a picture.
I mean, the very first photo I brought up was,
Yep, Borg Queen, first contact.
Her natural reddish hair color is amazing.
Very pretty.
And there are a couple of images of her with her hair undone, very curly on top.
Very curly.
Very curly, very wavy at the bottom. When she was younger. There are a couple of her with her hair very dark brown, but I believe her natural hair color is red.
Yeah, it looks like it. This says she was in Voyager too. Okay, but Voyager was a different part of the galaxy. I don't know. Maybe they just put her in a picture with the people from Voyager. Oh, this is a really pretty picture from when she was younger. Let me see. This is a long link. I can share this. Let's see. It'll only let me share it. Copy link. Link copied. Okay, I'm going to try to put this in our Google chat because it's a very pretty picture of her. I'll put it over here too. Tuck said, "What the heck?" But I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, I think he's talking about when you're going to pay for interracial sex. No. Sorry. I was like, and then you saying I wouldn't pay for it. And I'm like, well, I hope not. I hope you wouldn't pay for it. You don't have to pay for it.
I clicked on the wrong. No wonder. I clicked on the wrong link.
Oh.
I accidentally doubled myself in
no. Double stuff. Double trouble.
Oh, where am I? Oh,
so okay. Pretty.
Carnival. Alice. Oh, she was in Carnival Row.
Oh, I don't remember her being in Carnival Row.
Yeah. Huh. Row. She was in Deadwood.
Okay.
Children of Dune. She was Lady Jessica Trades.
I liked that. That had James McAvoy too, I think. Let me see her IMDb. Oh, she's from South Africa. I didn't know that. I thought she was English just like everybody else.
Wow, she started working in 1976 on screen. Wow. I don't see Voyager on here.
Yeah, I might have just picked up a picture. There was a picture of her with 7 of 9 and Janeway. I think someone just messed the picture.
Just messed the picture and yeah.
This says she was in the OA. I don't remember her being in the OA.
Huh. Oh. Definitely a very regal personality.
Very regal presence. She plays Queen's good. She was in a show I liked called The Syndicate. I think that was on Acorn. It was like a mini series. I like that. She was in Midsomer Murders.
She's in Gretel and Hansel that's coming out in 2020.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I have no idea what She Will is. I think it's must be a movie. It's still filming.
I haven't heard of it. Hmm.
Hmm. And
Six
Thor. She was in Thor.
Oh, I don't remember her being in Thor. Oh, she was in Star Trek Voyager. I'm on her IMDb. She was in Endgame from 2001.
2001. I must have missed it.
Are you on her IMDb?
Star Trek Armada 2.
Keep going down.
Voyager. There it is. Oh, Endgame. Yeah, she was as the Borg Queen.
Okay, I didn't remember her being in Voyager.
Wow.
Okay. So I remember in Voyager, they got stuck out in a part of the galaxy that the Federation wasn't in. But I guess the Borg have the capability of going, because the Borg was a big part of Voyager.
Yes.
So I guess if the Borg was there, the Borg Queen would be there.
They had trans units. The trans, I can't remember the name of it. It's trans conduits. They had trans conduits, so they could travel very fast.
I didn't know that, because I remember the only way Voyager had to send the Doctor in as a wave or something to get back to their quadrant. I remember that
Yes.
much. And that's when they were able to get rescued.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Voyager. Deep Space Nine was my mother's favorite. My mother loved Deep Space Nine, and I still feel immense guilt to this day, because the night they had the finale, we were in Huntsville, Alabama, and I insisted on going to a bookstore instead of letting my mother watch the Deep Space finale, and she never got to see it. And I still feel guilty to this day. And later on, I offered, I'm like, I'll buy you the DVD. And she was like, no, it's okay. No. So I still feel guilty to this day. I'm like, my mother, the one like sci-fi show my mother loved, and I didn't let her see the damn finale. I suck.
Well, now she gets to watch whatever she wants.
That's true. And if I want to, I can play it. I'm sure I've got it on one of these services, and I can play it and be like, look, Mom, it's the finale. Look. It's finale.
I love the original series.
Yeah, it's
very
good.
much an original series girl.
My favorite.
I totally forgot when the Queen actually said, "Oh yes, there is a dungeon." In the castle. Yeah.
She did say that?
Yeah, she turned around and said, "Put him in the dungeon." And they all turned around and went, "There's a dungeon?" And she went, "Oh yes, there is a dungeon."
Uh-oh. Apparently she's the only one who knew about it.
Yeah. Because that was the running joke. That was the running joke that that Princess Emily had been making. Abide, or I shall put you in the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't really a dungeon. Yes, there is.
So there was. Uh-oh. So everybody better be careful. Hopefully Sophie and Simon ended up in the dungeon. They were just despicable.
Jerks.
They were horrible. They needed to be kicked out like Prince Andrew. Just kicked out. Fired. Just go somewhere else. I have a feeling about Lady Sophia, because when they first introduced her, someone said that she had sold a story to the tabloid, and that's why he had broken up with her.
Yeah.
I bet she's one of these people with a title but no money. There's a word for them. I can't remember what it is. I bet you anything she has a title but no money, and that's probably why she sold the story. And that's why she's trying to get in now. She's trying to get into the royal family.
I believe the word you're looking for is leech.
Yeah, leech. But there's like a nickname for them. I don't remember what it is.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. I find that fascinating. They have all the airs of an erudite, and they've got the title, but they have no money. And so they, you would see them a lot in Agatha Christie stories. They just go from household to household being a guest, like a professional guest. I just find that very interesting, because they still have all the airs and the trappings and the prejudices, but no money. It cracks me up. I'm like,
nothing to back it up with.
Mm-hmm. Like, how's it feel? Oh God, when Lady Sophia said that thing about, oh, you invited a peasant, I want to just smack her.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to smack her so bad that like her jaw turned around to the back of her head. That's how much I wanted to smack her.
I wanted her to become a peasant. Just
I
make
did.
her a peasant.
Well, like I said, she probably is. She was
Yeah.
probably banking on becoming
Probably.
queen. She probably has no money.
Well, I think that's all the time we have to talk about it now.
Yeah.
But I do have,
Oh, you have a
yay,
Humble bundle.
I have a humble bundle.
Yay, good.
I found a humble bundle with 17 days left.
Oh,
And
good.
it's my favorite fantasy world,
Good.
Lord of the Rings. This is a cooperative effort with Cubicle 7. I never heard of Cubicle 7, but Cubicle 7 has gotten together with Humble Bundle, and all the money from this is actually going to the featured charity, which is International Animal Rescue.
Uh-huh.
This is an RPG book bundle. It brings in regional guides such as Eriador and Mirkwood. It has a lore master's guide, a campaign through Mirkwood. It also has a 30% off coupon in Cubicle 7's own web store, cubicle7games.com. And I've had a look through the web store, and it's very worth spending the money on. Now, the prices range from the dollar level, which includes the Middle Earth Player's Guide, then $8, which includes the Mirkwood campaign, up to $15 for all the books. I believe there are 32, 23. I am very bad at actually getting. This is $220, $222 worth of RPG books. And it is absolutely fantastic. And I am going to put the link in Twitter right now as our hashtag humble bundle of the week. And I see we have lost our other co-host, but this is, as they say, the end. And there is your humble bundle. It is in Twitter. Please don't forget that you can find us here at Beery Good Entertainment on the MeWe chat group, Beery Good Entertainment. You can find me on Twitter at L Tepler. You can find my co-host Lola Laracy on Twitter as well at Lola Lola Laracy Lariscy. Don't forget we're authors, so please come and ask us about our books. Come and share your favorite beers with us. Come and share your favorite British entertainment. Ask us to review, and don't be afraid to argue with us a little. We love political topics, and we're always happy to hear a differing opinion. Next year, brand new year, more shows, more political topics, more fun. We're so happy to have had you join us this year. And we hope that you have lots and lots of really great beers in the new year. And we hope that you have a really great night. Thank you very much for joining us. See you later.
Spanish minor. No matter how you can speak Spanish.